About 10 years ago, the NDDC awarded a project for the construction of a 50-bed space hospital in Uzoro town, in line with its mandate to improve quality of life in the Niger Delta. To the dismay of its intended beneficiaries, the project remains uncompleted till date. Equally worrisome for residents of Uzoro town is the abandoned state of a project awarded by the NDDC for the construction of 28 kilometers of internal roads to link up communities and foster economic development in the area.
I would like me and this help us do the road because if rain fall, we know if we pass this road at all, now die.
But because the road is not good, especially the rainy season, whereby even the farmers they cannot pass through that road with their motorcycle or their bicycles, so it's very difficult. So if NDC could do this to this community, we really appreciate it.
The Delta State University of Science and Technology, Uzoro, plays host to two projects awarded sometime in 2012 by the NDDC, a twin lecture theatre and ICT center. When contacted, Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Jacob Snaps Obore, said it would be highly appreciated if the NDDC could facilitate their completion and ensure that they are put into use.
I want to use this medium to make appeal to the authorities of NDDC to see how they can put this project, how we can put this project to use on completion, and also supply us with the needed equipment. We'll be very, very grateful to NDDC.
Under the leadership of its interim administrator, Dr. Effiong Akwa, the NDDC last year commenced the process of completing key projects abandoned at various times, leading to completion of its corporate headquarters in Port Harcourt, a 1,050-bed space hostel at the University of Uyo, Base 6 of the Nigerian Police Special Protection Unit at Omagwa in Ikwere local government area of Rivers State, and several other projects in the Niger Delta. It is on this note that residents of Uzoro are calling on the NDDC to earmark abandoned projects in their domain for completion, just as it has done with similar projects in other communities.
Inside the Niger Delta.
About 7 months after he was crowned the 21st Olu of Warri Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Ogiame Atuashe III has continued to embark on activities aimed at building bridges between the Ishakiris and other kingdoms in the country. He has also been engaging with governments at different levels to ensure the enthronement of peace and tranquility, not only in the Niger Delta but across Nigeria. Last week, Ogiame Atuashe III was in Kogi State to renew the ancestral ties between the Igalas and the Ishakiris as he attended the coronation of the 28th Ata of Igala, His Royal Majesty Matthew Alhaji Opaoluwa Oguche Akpa. The monarch quickly returned to Warri the next day to personally receive His Excellency, the Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. The Olu's Palace in Warri, otherwise known as the Agofe, last Saturday witnessed a facelift as it was decorated in readiness to receive Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Several Ishekiri sons and daughters were also in the palace to join Ogiame Atuashe III in hosting Nigeria's #2 citizen. The Ishekiri traditional dancers were also in the palace to entertain the august visitor. While thanking Ogiame Atuashe III and the Ishekiri nation for receiving him, Professor Yemi Osinbajo noted that because of the critical role traditional rulers play in enthroning peace in the Niger Delta, it had become imperative for the federal government to have a clearly defined role for traditional rulers in the area of maintaining security. Professor Yemi Osinbajo, who was accompanied to the palace by the Deputy Governor of Delta State, Barrister Kingsley Otuaro, said because Nigeria depends on oil for its economic survival, it was critical to ensure peace in and around the communities that surround the oil fields in the Niger Delta.
The role of the traditional council, the traditional rulership in our country is critical to security, absolutely critical. And I'm happy that this is something that Your Royal Majesty also not only recognizes but accepts as a major function of the traditional rulership. Our country depends a great deal on oil production. And we want to see that security challenges, oil theft, and some of what we're seeing in the Delta and in many of our producing communities are swiftly brought to an end.
In his own remarks, Ogiame Atuashe III thanked Vice President Yemi Osinbajo for supporting Mr. President in the governance.
Not quite a week ago, we did something unprecedented. We have personally committed ourselves to ensuring that where we had a hitch in Ogidigbe, where the production was shut down, we have personally committed ourselves to make sure that not only are things restored, but the IOC's commitment to the community, which was the cause of the breakdown, is finally...
Had made a historic visit to Ida in Kogi State to attend the epoch-making coronation of the 28th Ata of Igala, His Royal Majesty Matthew Alhaji Opalua Oguche-Akpa. According to Ogiame Atuashe III, his attendance at the coronation event was also to renew the ancestral ties between the Shekiris and the Igalas.
The Shekiri people are originally comprised of 5 indigenous communities. 4 of them have their origins in Ogun State, and the 5th one, which hosts our ancestral capital, has its origins here in Igala. And so it's very, very important. It's very, very important that we have come full circle to come and identify with our brothers across the Niger.
He congratulated His Royal Majesty Alhaji Opalua Oguche-Akpa, who officially received the staff of office from Governor Yahaya Bello as the 28th Ata of Igala. Despite being new on the throne himself, Ogiame Atuashe III had some words of advice for the new Ata of Igala.
You always have to have God with you. You keep God close. Keep your ears open to what your people are saying, to what your advisors are saying, and be gracious, be humble, be approachable. And I'm sure that God has bestowed upon him these gifts, these traits that would encourage him to enable him to succeed in his role.
Before attending the coronation of the 28th Ata of Igala, Ogiame Atuashe III had officially paid a courtesy visit to the governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, where he presented the governor with a souvenir.
Inside the Niger Delta, Azikiel Group, oil and gas, dredging, power and air transportation. Azikiel Group, petroleum product sufficiency, energy sustainability, and infrastructure development. Everything home, all in one place. Visit Home Options today at 22 Aba Port Harcourt Express Road, Port Harcourt, River State, or call 080-998-08678 or 080-331-34055, or visit our website www.homeoptionsng.com.
Governor Nyesom Wike recently added another feather to his cap when the Ekpeye Nation conferred a chieftaincy title on him at a colorful civic reception organized in his honor at Ahoda Town, headquarters of Ahoda East Local Government Area of River State. In the following package, we bring you highlights of the colorful occasion, graced by many dignitaries from far and near.
For 2 consecutive days on Thursday the 3rd and Friday 4th of March 2021, Governor Nyesom Wike was in Ahoda, headquarters of Ahoda East Local Government Area of Rivers State, to commission projects executed by his administration to better the lives of the people. The projects include the Edelha Ikata Ochigba Road, Ahoda Odiemereyin Ihugbogo Road, Ahoda Ekpeno Road, Odioku Internal Roads, and several others.
It's one of the promises I made when I came to this area during the course of our campaigns. To the glory of God, I want to say, every promise I've made here, I have fulfilled them. Now that we have fulfilled, they first of all fulfilled their own promise by voting for us. We have also reciprocated by fulfilling our own promise of providing the physical infrastructures. Ahoda will no longer be a rural area. Ahoda will be one of the cities as far as Rivers State is concerned.
Governor Wike's recent 3-day visit to Ahoda town peaked with a civic reception organized for him by the Ekpeye Nation on Saturday the 5th of March 2022 at the St. Peter's Catholic School field in Ahoda. The ancient Ahoda town was agog with life as several groups including youths, women and traditional rulers of Ekpeye Kingdom turned out in their numbers to celebrate a caring leader, one of their own who is married to their illustrious daughter, the amiable Honorable Justice Suzette Wike.
We feel very excited, we feel very elated, and we feel very privileged that God and destiny made it possible that we produced the wife of such a great man. So we are happy, very, very happy. And to God be all the glory that this day has finally come.
Governor Nyesom Wike has worked for Ekpeye people. And so today is a day of appreciation. So every Ekpeye person feels good.
Accompanied by ex-Governor Celestine Omehia, former Governor of Kaduna State, Senator Ahmed Markafi, and other dignitaries, Governor Wike was in Ahoda to receive the title of Eze Gbabuze Ekpeye Uluwan of Ekpeye Kingdom, which in English translates to the leader who uplifts Ekpeye Kingdom. The conferment of the chieftaincy title on the governor was by the Ekpeye Council of Traditional Rulers, the highest decision-making body in Ekpeye Kingdom.
After this coronation, His Excellency into the Ekpeye Traditional Council.
Our people have just put this together in appreciation of all what he's been doing. But then, there's one thing. We are not going to take for granted the show of love. We are going to reciprocate the way we've been doing by continuing to support him, by continuing to pray for him until he gets to the pinnacle of his political career, where all nations will hear his name.
The civic reception organized for Governor Wike by the Ekpeye Nation was grand and colorful. The excitement that rent the air was punctuated by colorful dances, a wrestling contest and masquerade display depicting the rich culture of the Ekpeye ethnic nation.
Cherish our culture here in Ekpeye land, and when it comes to tradition, you see us on our traditional attire to showcase the culture, to showcase the pride of the people. We are all fully dressed in our attire. We tie our native wrapper called Ijele, and we are here to cheer up the occasion. We are also part of the people that we serve.
The ambient excitement at the civic reception rose gradually and reached a crescendo when pop maestro Timaya, who is officially recognized as the Egberi Papa One of Bayelsa, mounted the stage to perform. The civic reception organized recently in honor of Governor Wike by the Ekpeye Nation was not without basis. The Ekpeye people, who are geopolitically affiliated to Ahoda East and Ahoda West local government areas of Rivers State, had been relegated politically before this time. Ahoda, the traditional headquarters of Ekpeye Kingdom, was an administrative province in colonial times. And so, in May 1967, when Rivers State was created, the government of the day recognized the old colonial provinces of Port Harcourt, Ahoda, Bori, and Degema as takeoff points for even and rapid development of the oil-rich state. Unfortunately, Ahoda was relegated to the background in spite of mounting requests by the Ekpeye ethnic nation for the ancient town to be accorded its pride of place in the physical development of Rivers State. Much to the relief of the Ekpeye people, the Wike administration had come to their rescue. Today, Ahoda town is undergoing a massive turnaround with an urban renewal policy initiated to give it a major facelift. A major project undertaken by the Wike administration to drive socio-economic development in Ahoda town and its immediate vicinity is the ongoing reconstruction and dualization of the Ahoda-Omoko Road. In addition to the provision of critical infrastructure for the Ekpeye people, Governor Wike had restored their dignity as a people by upgrading all traditional schools in Ekpeye Kingdom to first-class status. Former Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives and Esama Ekpeye Logbu of Ekpeye Kingdom, Right Honorable Chibudon Moche, hailed Governor Wike for coming to the rescue of his people.
It was not long ago when our kings fought in vain to uplift their stools that were deserving of upliftment, but that was never done. I know that our late monarch, my father, may so rest in peace, wrote severally to uplift our stool. That never happened. But under Governor Eason Wike, he lifted up 5 stools at the same time to first class. The road to Ochiba from Idoha was near impassable. It was awarded by the government before his own, but abandoned. When he came, he ensured the road was completed and paid the contractors fully, even though he never gave the contract. Your Excellency, our people are very proud of you. Our people cherish you. They honor you. That is why we have turned out en masse today to welcome you, to say to you that you have indeed done well for our people. May God lead you to higher offices because you've shown capacity. You can lead this nation if called upon.
In a bid to attract development to other parts of Rivers State, the Wike administration is currently building new campuses of the Rivers State University in Eche, Emuoha, and Ahoda East local government areas. Under this arrangement, the institution's Faculty of Humanities has been relocated to Ahoda town and will become operational by May 2022. For students in Ekpeye Kingdom, this is a most welcome development that would change their lives for good.
Time may fail me to enumerate the projects he has initiated here in Ekpeland, but I want to say, notably, the Faculty of Humanities of Rivers University he has cited here in Ahoda town is a great privilege to us, and it will also boost, of course, the positive impact and the economic growth of the society.
It's an achievement to Ekpeye people, so we are proud and we are happy with him, and we have decided that we are going to follow him to anywhere he wants to be. And we are also praying that God Almighty should lift him to the president of this country.
These are indeed the best of times for Ekpeye people, who admit that they have never had it so good since the creation of Rivers State in May 1967. As part of efforts to restore the dignity of Ekpeye Kingdom, Governor Wike had elevated its traditional stools to the enviable status of first-class chieftaincies. During the recent civic reception organized in his honor, Governor Wike, at the request of the Ekpeye people, elevated the remaining Ugbobi traditional stool to the status of a first-class chieftaincy stool and promised to construct the Ochigba Ozoche Road, which connects Ekpeye communities in Ahoda East to their counterparts in Ahoda West local government area.
Now, first of all, the only kingdom, the only clan you say you have not received commission, you are hereby recognized. Now, you know the clan, maybe so, you are hereby recognized as first class. My deputy speaker has struggled, very humble, very loyal person, and he cannot go home. We therefore consult Achiba, Ozochi Road. Oh, cho, 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 cho.
Obviously impressed by the massive turnout of Ekpeye people to witness his installation as the Ezegbabuze Ekpeye Oluwan of Ekpeye Kingdom, Governor Wike described it as a memorable day in his life and rededicated himself to the service of the entire River State.
Let me thank my father-in-law and his wife and his family for giving me a good daughter. I appreciate them and may God continue to bless them. Look at the way you came out in mass to honor us. God will honor all of you. God will honor Ekpeye people because you've done well. And wherever I am, I will never forget you. Today is a memorable day. Today is 5th of March 2022. This day I shall never forget it by history. So I want to thank all of you.
For the people of Ekpeye Kingdom, it was also a memorable day in their lives. The governor's induction into the Ekpeye Council of Chiefs is their own way of appreciating a political leader who, in keeping to his promises, has surpassed their expectations from the dividends of good governance in River State. Consequently, they have vowed to identify with the governor beyond his days as the #1 political leader in River State. It would be recalled that in May 2021, the Ogonis conferred the title of Mene Kwalenu I of Ogoniland on Governor Wike. In the same vein, the governor became the recipient of another traditional title conferred on him by the Kalabari people in February 2022. For friends and close associates of the governor, the accolades from 3 ethnic groups in less than 1 year is a gesture of the goodwill and support he has enjoyed from Rivers people since assumption of office in May 2015. They are hopeful that in the years to come, Governor Nyesom Wike will be remembered for what he has done in River State.
Inside the Niger Delta.
And with that special package, we draw the curtain on the program. Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region, will be back same time, same station next week. Until then, you can follow us on our social media handles showing right now on your screen. And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria. Until next week, I am Mahmoud Akuga thanking you for staying tuned. Bye for now.
Increase the reach of your events or business services. To advertise on Plus TV Africa, please call 0906 000 5719 or 0909 040 8408 or send an email to marketing@PlusTvAfrica.com. Plus TV Africa. Big stories live here.
There is no voting on social media. To vote, you would require a permanent voter's card. To get your PVC, visit cvr.inecnigeria.org. Create your account with a valid email address and start the registration process. An activation link will be sent to you. Click on the link and activate your account. Fill out the form, pick and submit a convenient date and time for your biometrics. Print the application slip, which should have your QR code. On the appointed date, go to the nearest INEC office for your biometric capturing. Thereafter, you will get a registration slip to pick your permanent voter's card when ready. Get your PVC today. This message is from Plus TV Africa.
On Plus TV News now. Court nullifies Section 84, Subsection 12 of the newly amended Electoral Act on violation of Constitution. Court okays March 26 APC Convention. Ethiopia's Oromo Liberation Front OLF leader released from house arrest. Hello and welcome. Good evening. I'm Tolu Ojewumi. This is the news now. The President Muhammadu Buhari, has returned from London after a routine medical checkup. President Buhari departed Abuja for the routine medical checkup in London on March 6, 2022. The President had earlier wanted to embark on the medical trip from Nairobi, Kenya, after attending the United Nations Environmental Program at 50 in that country on March 5, but returned to Nigeria on March 4. While in London, the President met with the interim national chairman of the APC Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Committee, Mai Malaboni. The presidential aircraft carrying the President landed at the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, at about 7:09 this evening. Now, EFCC says former Governor of Abuja on Friday morning. The EFCC spokesman said that the former governor had not been released, as was speculated in some sections of the media. Meanwhile, the Federal High Court sitting in Umuahia on Friday nullified Section 84, Subsection 12 of the newly amended Electoral Act. The court said it was a violation of the provisions of